Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 45, and I'm going to call this one Man's Sleep is Another Man's Drive. I'm going to tell you a funny story. So, my 9-year-old, approximately 3 years ago, I guess he was probably 6 or 5 or something like that, but certainly wise beyond his years. He said to me, "Hey, Dad, it's like I always said, or what I always say." And I said, what do you always say, buddy?" And he says, um, "One man's sleep is another man's drive." And I said, "Well, you're going to have to explain that one to me. What do you mean by that?" And he said, "Well, take two guys, equally tired. One man decides to sleep and do nothing, and the other man decides to not sleep and drive on." Now, think about that for a second, coming out of the mouth of a 5 or 6 year old. That is a very highly complex thought, but essentially what he's reducing people's motivation down is will. Like, can you will yourself to be stronger, more powerful, better, or more motivated to go accomplish great things in the world? And he also pointed out that if you decide to sleep, if you decide to rest, if you decide to be lazy, that you're not going to achieve great things. But if you, even in the face of great fatigue or tiredness or weariness, that if you drive on, that you can go on and actually do great things. Now, I used to have a buddy that he always used to tell me how tired he was. And I said to him one time, "How do you know you're more tired than me?" And he said, "Well, look at me. I'm more tired than you. And you just seem to have all this energy." And I'm like, "Well, how do you know we don't have the equal amounts of energy? I'm just stronger than you." I mean, that's possible, entirely possible, that we both feel the same amount of fatigue. We both have the same amount of energy levels. But one decides to sleep or be tired or, kind of regress. And the other one decides to fight the sleep, fight the fatigue, and drive on and, accomplish things. And so I don't know if that's true or not in terms of my friend or not. And I do know some people seem to be awfully low energy and other people seem to be awfully high energy. But think about that in your life, that if you're not accomplishing things, it's not because, and you're too tired or you just don't get up or you're wasting a lot of time or, if you think about all the excess free time you have in your life, if you don't have a family and children and a job or two jobs or something like that, the average single person out there, what do? They serve themselves all day long. And maybe they work 40 hours a week or something like that. But that's still nothing in terms of the grand opportunity that you have in this world. If you take all your waking hours and you start turning them into productive things, you can actually become very, very, very successful very quickly. Because you start learning skills very quickly, you start making better use of your time, you don't fall into that zone of comfort and not being industrious and not working, and you drive on. So I guess that's, in the words of Catholic Dad, from the mouths of babes, my 5 or 6 year old, whatever he was when he said it, one man's sleep is another man's drive. Try to realize that you have, deficiencies within your character, your personality, and that you can actually overcome those by being stronger, by being bigger, by actually deciding not to celebrate your lower appetites or your fatigue or your weariness, and you can actually make a conscious decision to drive on and do great things. And so there you go. Turn on the drive and go ahead and forge a new future for this world. Grab lots of responsibility and do great things. And so this is Catholic Dad signing off. If you like the contents of these videos, please like or subscribe or share with your friends. God bless and have a great evening.